Hey, how you doing? It's Trader Joe's. Today's video is about flashlights. A few weeks ago there was a flurry of videos about this model of Olight called the Arkfeld. And, like a lot of people, I saw those videos, and I was intrigued by them. I happen to have an old Mech Army SGN-1 flashlight that I had for several years. I just don't happen to have it now to show you in this video, but it was flat, and I enjoyed carrying it because it's so streamlined in my pocket. It's basically the same size as this Wubin G2. It's about the same size as this, except that the emitter is situated on this end of it, right? And the on-off switch was over here. And this one, the emitter is on the side, and the on-off switch is on the top. This is more like it's meant to be carried like in your pocket with the light flashing out, and that's not really a good configuration for me, but I did get it, and it's pretty decent, and it does have some features, like it has this detachable bottom on it, and it's got a magnet in there and stuff like that. But this video is not about this particular light. I may make a video about this one in the future, but I was just showing this as a size example for a similar size to that Mech Army SGN-1 that I had. I prefer a light that has its emitter on the narrow end of it, coming out the end. This is not really my ideal configuration. But this has it where the light comes out this end. This is ideal for me. So I've been using this for about a week since I've gotten it, and I have a few observations that I would like to share with you about it, if you'd like to hear my opinions on it. But first, let me give you some specifications. This has a maximum output of 1,000 lumens, but at that intensity, it only has a little over 4 minutes of runtime. 4 minutes of runtime at 1,000 lumens. That's pretty bright for something this size, and that's probably why it doesn't really seem to last that long. But the good news is that it has a total of 5 modes, and the other modes greatly increase the runtime of it. Like the second mode, right, it has a little over 300 lumens, and it runs at over 2 hours. The third mode is about 60 lumens, and that runs for 12 hours. The fourth mode is 15 lumens, and it runs for over 2 days. And the fifth mode is like a firefly mode, and that could run as much as 8 days. There's also a flash mode, and I don't know how long that goes for, but that's like the highest intensity light, but it's just going on and off really quickly. That's like it's to dazzle somebody. Like the length of this is 4.33 inches in length. It's about which is 110 millimeters long. The width of it is almost an inch this way. So it's about 25 millimeters. Like the narrow side of it is, this side of it is almost exactly an inch, or 15 millimeters. It's waterproof. It says IPX7. It doesn't really have any open areas on it that water could get in. It's made of aluminum. The body of it's made of aluminum. It can survive a 1 meter drop. Not that great, I would say. And what I found is that this is a fairly expensive piece of kit. I got this combo with what the hell did it go? Hold on 1 second. came with this in this particular kit. It's a mini keychain flashlight that has a magnetic base, and when you can pull it off the base, the light automatically comes on, which is kind of cool. And it's a pretty strong magnet, so there's not really any worries that this is going to fall out while you have it on your keys. But I was drawn to this for being so slim, right? And I pictured it like a pack of gum. And I tend to avoid carrying anything that has a diameter larger than, like, let's say, like a C-size battery. I find them to be uncomfortable, especially if I have them in my pocket and I'm laying on the ground. Let's say you're working on something, you're under your car, or you're trying to fix something under your sink or something like that. Like, I find that something with a large diameter tends to really dig into my body and bother me. You know, I don't like anything that's like that. But if it's flat or smaller than, like, let's say like a AA battery, or like a, you know, ideally like a AAA battery, like that size, like that's like perfect for me. And I find that to be like the ideal EDC shape, you know. Now the power options are the next considerations. You know, for years my ideal was to have a universally available battery, like a AA or a AAA battery. But up until I got that Mech Army, I had not considered a USB powered light. But that one changed it for me, you know. I had that as a backup, actually, to like either a AA or AAA powered flashlight like this. Like, I would carry this as my main EDC light, and I would have that other one as like a backup light. You know, I always carry two of whatever I carry. If I have, you know, I always carry two flashlights at least. I carry two knives at least. You know, I'm a big proponent of the, you know, the one is none and two is one philosophy. And you know, but up until I got that Mech Army, you know, I found that was reliable enough to me where I could have it in my pocket for months and months and months, and it would just always be there, and I would, anytime I would call upon it and need it, it would work. And that kind of impressed me, you know. And then a few times it fell into like a big bucket of water, and it got soaked, and I was like, oh my God, I thought it was going to be ruined, but it turned out it was fine, you know. And that impressed me, you know. But I've also had a few you know, AAA and AA flashlights like this that had gone through wash cycles, like where they were in my pocket, and then I ended up washing my pants or something like that, and I forgot about it, and it went through the wash and the dryer, and I took it out, and I was like, oh, I thought it was ruined, but then it turned out it was fine. It didn't affect it at all. So I got this one, and I've been carrying it for a week, like I said, and it's cool because it has a pocket clip on it, so it goes easily inside the pocket. And what I like about this is that it has this laser pointer on it. You know, you could put it on, and you could, you know, it could be really useful. Like if you have, especially if you have, you're trying to point something out to somebody that's far away. You know, there's something up in the trees, or something like, or you have somebody over at your house, like a contractor or something like that, and you're trying to, you know, show them like an area that you saw a problem with, and you know, it's pretty cool that you could direct someone's attention to something with that laser pointer. And then, you know, the ability to switch back and forth between the laser and the light, you know, is as simple as sliding that switch over and hitting it, and then, you know, going through the various modes. It's pretty cool. But the problem I'm having with this is that while I expected that it was nice and thin this way, they don't show that this end of it is really wide, right? So it's thin over here, and then it gets wide on that end of it. I mean, I don't know why they couldn't have, you know, like I understand that this is like where the charger connects to it. I don't know why they couldn't have put it on this side and just kept the whole thing as thin. I mean, I really can't figure out why they would have done that. I mean, unless they're just trying to make some space for the pocket clip. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'd almost carry this without the pocket clip if it was universally thin. So that's my main gripe with it. I got no problem with its function. I like the idea that there's not really any exposed ports. Like, even though I have that Mech Army, you know, there was an exposed USB on the side of it that you have to plug it in, and it had like a little rubber flap that peeled off at some point, and then it was just always getting dust in it and stuff like that. But if you have like an air can or something like that, you can blow it out or clean it out, and it really didn't affect anything. Even though I was worried about it, even though I dropped it in water with that rubber thing off, it still worked. I don't know about it being nearly as waterproof as this would be, but this is pretty convenient. The only problem, the other thing I would say about this that I don't really like too much is that it's kind of heavy. I like things that are very light. But this is a bit, this is quite a bit heavier than a AA or AAA light like this. So that's my main beef with this, is that it's heavier and that it's thick on this end of it. If it was universally thin, I think I would enjoy it more. And if it was a bit lighter, I think I would enjoy it more too. But, it is what it is. I mean, it has some really nice and cool features about it. And Olight's a pretty reputable name. But like I said, this was $75 with this. You can get it for a little less without getting this little thing. But I just wanted to get this. I was going to put this on my wife's keychain. This way, when a lot of times she complains that she's at the door and she can't get her key in at night or something like that. This comes in handy to just pop off the key and hold this, and then you can just open up the door with your keys. And it's pretty cool. So and it's got little tiny batteries in there. I don't know how difficult they're going to be to get replacements for. One other thing, it's like a little bit of an aside, but like what I usually try to do is when I have a flashlight, like a pocket-sized flashlight like this, I try to attach it in some way to a knife. And you can see examples of it like in this one. So I got this knife, like a small knife, just a little knife attached to a small flashlight. I do it all the time, all my different types of lights. I find it's cool and handy, especially like if you're not going to be carrying your regular EDC knife with you. You could just throw this into like a pair of shorts for the summer. At night, you could just have this with you, and you have your light, and you got a knife, and you're pretty much set to go. So that's just a little tip. If you're ever thinking about something like that, you pair it up with a little pocket knife with your flashlight. So I think that's about all I have for this. And wonder what you think about it. What are your thoughts on this? Do you agree? Disagree? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to come back with another video at some point with another review or discussion about various EDC items like this. If you like this video, please give it a like, share, and I hope to see you on the next video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.